Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report, and I'm with Russ Steady this week. And our whole plan this week is to talk about different things in our life that have come to us through being in the outdoors. And Russ, you go ahead, because you've been thinking of this when we said we were going to get together.
So this story, I think I told maybe the last time you and I were together on these shows. If not that time, definitely over the summer, because I think it happened. I know it happened this past summer. And it was just so amazing. I just still relive it and re-feel it every time I think about it. And it was up on this little pond that my wife and I like to go to. Cheryl and I paddle a canoe out, and we have this little lean-to that we know about, that we do only day camping. We go out there, paddle for a few hours, spend a day, and then come back. And this pond is actually two ponds that looks kind of like an hourglass, and it's connected by this little channel, this very narrow channel of water that's got a little footbridge over it. And I like to just go out and lay on the footbridge and just enjoy the scenery from there, both little ponds on either side. And on the smaller side, this one day, there was a loon. And typical of this pond, there's loons in just about every one of these ponds, and I watched that loon in the little pond, and then it dove down, and I always just marvel at how long they stay down, and you just watch the surface to see where it pops up, and it's amazing how far they can swim. And so I'm watching and waiting, and I'm standing right over the little channel on that wooden bridge, and all of a sudden, like a torpedo, I just could not believe how fast and how graceful that loon swam in just 2 feet of water right under my feet, darted out of sight. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how fast. It was faster than I've seen birds fly, is how fast that loon was swimming. And it was gone. And I watched and watched and watched, and finally it surfaced further away than I could ever imagine. And then it got even more amazing because it had a partner. And about an hour later, Cheryl and I put on our life jackets, and we were just floating around right in that spot where I had seen that loon swim. And all of a sudden, both those loons pop up out of the water. I mean, they were 10 feet away from us, and they did not look disturbed. They almost looked at peace, almost like they were welcoming us there. And then anyone that's heard a loon sing is amazed at their sound. And both loons gave us a little song, a serenade, and sang right there. And we sat, we laid, and floated in that water in absolute awe of these loons who sang for a few minutes and just eyed us just curiously, and then disappeared and swam away. It was truly amazing.
That is amazing. You know, there's not much I can say in reference to that. You've said it all, and I hope people enjoyed that story. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner and Russ Steady with the North Country Fishing Report.